Hola chicos, en la lección de hoy vamos a aprender a usar los objetos indirectos y los pronombres indirectos. Hi guys, in today's lesson we're going to learn how to use indirect objects with the indirect object pronouns. The notes that accompany this presentation are located with your assignment for today. Please be sure to have your notes ready and handy so that you may fill them in as you watch the presentation. Thank you. So up until now, we have learned how to use the direct object pronoun with the direct object. Today, we're going to learn how to use the indirect object pronoun. Let's get started. What is an indirect object? An indirect object receives the action of the verb indirectly. Let's take a look at a sentence. Mamá compra el helado para Ana. Right? So Mama buys the ice cream for Anna. Here in the sentence, the direct object is el helado, the ice cream. The ice cream is receiving the action from the verb, but Anna is receiving the indirect action from the verb. So in this sentence, Mama bought the ice cream, but she bought it for Anna. Okay? What did she buy? Ice cream directly receives the action. Okay? For whom did she buy it? Anna indirectly receives the action because she's the one that gets the ice cream. Okay, so indirect objects answer the questions to whom and for whom. In Spanish, two key words will help you understand this, which will be a and para. Okay? So, let's take a look at the sentence. Ellos traen los libros para nosotros. Okay? For whom are the books? For us, para nosotros. Ellos traen los libros. Los libros is the object given to us. Okay. Second example. Yo escribo la nota para usted. I write a note for you. Okay. So here in the sentence, la nota, the note, is going to be your direct object. But who is the note being written to? Us. Or you. Usted. I'm sorry, not us, but usted. All right. Indirect objects replace indirect objects just like direct objects. They replace the indirect object. And they agree with the indirect objects. Okay, so let's take a look at an example. Cocinamos la cena para ustedes. Les cocinamos la cena. The indirect object pronoun here is les, and it agrees with ustedes as far as in number, plural. All right, so let's take a look at your indirect object pronouns. Your indirect object pronouns are me, to me or for me, te, to you or for you, le, to him or for him or to her or for her, or to usted or for you, formal. Nos, to us or for us, os, to vos or for you all. Okay. Les, to them or for them. Okay. So you'll see it in the sentence a mí or para mí, a ti or para ti, a él, a ella, a usted, or para él, para ella, para usted. Nosotros, a nosotros, or para nosotros. Os, a vosotros, or para vosotros, unless a ellos, a ellas, a ustedes, or para ellos, para ellas, para ustedes. Right, so let's take a look at the pronouns one more time. You have me will be a mí, te will be a ti, le will be a él, a ella, a usted, nos will be a nosotros, os will be a vosotros or vosotras, les a ellos, a ellas, or a ustedes. Remember that you can always see in a sentence, you can also see in a sentence para, P-A-R-A, instead of a. All right, and these are used, a ellos or para ellos are used as emphasis or clarity. Right now, let's take a look at some examples. Here you have a sentence. Laura me da el libro a mí. Laura gives me the book. How do you rewrite the sentence using a direct object pronoun? Laura me lo da. Right? You take out el libro and you stay with Laura me lo da. Okay, let's take a look at another sentence. Yo te escribo a ti. Okay, I write to you. Okay, yo te escribo. Next sentence. Tú le compras el viaje. Who do you buy the viaje for? Él. So in a sentence you would say, tú le compras el viaje a él. Le digo la información a él. Le digo la información. I tell him the information. Le servimos la comida. Paco nos explica el problema. All right, so again, for third person, we do leave it in the sentence to clarify who is receiving the action from the verb, because the third person has a few indirect object pronouns such as a él, a ella, a usted, or a ellos, a ellas, or a ustedes. To clarify who exactly is receiving the action, we leave it in the sentence. For example, tú le compras el viaje a él. Le digo la información a él. Le servimos la comida a ellos. We need to clarify which pronoun we need to use. All right, with indirect object pronouns, if we have one verb in the sentence, we have one option of placing the verb. And that is going to be before the conjugated verb. Okay, so let's take a look and practice with some of the indirect object pronouns. In your notes, you will see the first section of a practicar. Please fill in the information or with the indirect object pronouns. Place the indirect object pronoun in the blank of the sentence, the one that you would use for each indirect object, as far as a mí, a ella, a nosotros, a ti, or a vosotros. Okay, take a few minutes and write these in, and then we'll go over them in class. All right, guys, now that you have practiced finding the indirect object pronoun, now you're going to read the sentence and tell me what is the indirect object itself. So fill that in the blank. You are given the indirect object pronoun, and you're giving me the indirect object that is receiving the action of the verb. So take a few minutes and fill these in, and then we'll go over them in class. All right, guys, now that you have practiced filling in the indirect object pronoun and then the indirect object, now you're going to give me the indirect object pronoun and the verb in the sentence. So you fill in the sentence with the verb and in the indirect object pronoun. Remember that we have to place it in front of the verb. Okay, take a few minutes, practice these, and we will go over them in class. All right, so indirect object pronouns, if there are two verbs in a sentence, there are two options to use the indirect object pronoun. The first option is before the conjugated verb. The second option is after the infinitive verb or present participle. Right, so let's take a look at some examples. Yo quiero hablar a ti. I want to speak with you. The indirect object pronoun in the sentence will be te, te, because a ti is replaced by te as an indirect object pronoun. Okay? So when we use it before the conjugated verb, here in the sentence, if you can see, we have two verbs. One is quiero. This is conjugated. And hablar. This will be your infinitive verb. Right? So if we place it before the conjugated verb, the sentence will be, we'll say, yo te quiero hablar. All right? But you can also place it behind the infinitive verb. Yo quiero hablarte. Similar as how we use the direct object pronouns. All right, so the direct object pronoun can also be used in front of the conjugated verb or behind a present participle verb, okay? So here in the sentence we have yo estoy hablando a ti. I am talking to you. A present participle is a present progressive verb. Yo te estoy hablando. Again, estoy is the conjugated verb. The sentence goes before the conjugated verb. You can use it behind a present participle verb, which is hablando. Yo estoy hablándote. I am speaking with you. All right, when we use it behind a present participle verb, we need to have an accent mark on the A. All right, some more examples. Estoy hablándote. Estamos escribiéndote. Okay, so vowel A or E of the ing, walking, talking. We add when we add the indirect object pronouns behind the present participle, we need to add an accent mark on the vowel. All right, so now let's practice. In your notes for today, please go to the following practice and let's practice using the direct object pronouns and also the emphasizers for each. We also need to fill in using it before and after, before the conjugated verb and after the infinitive verb. So take a few minutes and practice these and we'll go over them in class. All right, then you have your second practice. Please fill in the indirect object pronoun and the verb in each sentence. I'll take a few minutes, practice these, and we'll go over them in class. All right, Chico, this concludes our presentation for today. Make sure that you have your notes filled in, and I'll see you in class. Adios.